What it was like reading the last episode for the first time.
Like the different stages you went through.
I mean, it's pretty much one stage.
Okay.
Just... That's it.
Yeah, were there actual like palpable moments of this cast and crew at that last table read? Like, I mean, not to give anything away, but I'm assuming there's moments where you're like,
of course,
yeah,
it's going to be a terrible last season. I'd just been like deadpan, like nothing happened.
yeah, it all works
Have you
out.
shot your final scenes yet? And are you happy with how things ended? Yeah. She didn't say yes. Best season ever. It's the best.
I told you what would happen if you betrayed me.
You did.
Lord Varys, I, Daenerys of House Targaryen, first of my name, breaker of chains and mother of dragons, sentence you to die.
See the reactions of those who knew him. Tyrion is heartbroken. Jon is disturbed. Grey Worm sees this as the just execution. Dany steps forward and kisses the man she loves. A perfect kiss. Their eyes closed, his hand behind her head, her hand on his cheek. Dany's eyes open suddenly as she draws a sharp breath. Jon's eyes open as well, already filling with tears. For a moment, neither moves, as if moving will make this real. We see Jon with his hand still on the hilt of the dagger he just lodged in Dany's heart. Kneeling down to the floor beside her. He looks down at what he's done, terrible and necessary. End of Game of Thrones.
What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about 1 year later after Game of Thrones. And the reason why I wanted to say that, it's because I think Game of Thrones was very important for a TV show, because it's a TV show that really did the impossible. It became so huge that each episode looked like it looked like a movie, and it was that kind of series that attracted so many people. It had such a huge audience that you could really, you never thought that they would mess it up at the level that they did towards the end. And in my opinion, Game of Thrones, after the finale, after season 8, it became completely unwatchable. And the decisions that they make, I even look back and I feel like it's going to be remembered in history as one of the biggest failures in TV history. You know, the worst finale that I have ever seen, worse than Dexter, worse than, you know, it's just, in my opinion, it still baffles me what David and Dan decided to do towards the end. And if we look back, we remember that all the actors were kind of showing some hints out on the internet, saying that, you know, it's disappointing. Some people were saying, you know, Emilia Clarke, for instance. All of these things were out there, but, you know, I remember being so hyped for it, and all my friends were so hyped. Everyone was talking about it. And after, I think, episode 3, things just went downhill, you know, with the whole, you know, the way that they finished the long night, the way that, you know, what they did with the Night King and all of that. It's just like, oh, it's crazy. I wanted to say that I think Game of Thrones should be remembered as how not to end a series, you know, especially a series that has been around for so long. It had such a massive fan base. And I don't know if you guys remember, but there's also a petition which is still going on that had over 1 million signatures. Actually, now I think there's even almost 2 million signatures. Petition for remaking the end of Game of Thrones. Obviously, the fans know that this was not going to happen. This is just a way to show how displeased we were. You know, I actually didn't even sign it, so I wonder how many people that didn't like it and actually didn't sign it either. But anyways, I believe that yes, it was an important show, and it will be studied as how not to end the series. And we still do not have the real ending, because George has not finished the damn books, so we really don't know. But the fact that Bran You know, the king becomes the king. Not only that, Daenerys within 3 episodes goes psycho. The fact that Jon Snow, who saved everyone, just becomes a complete dumb that doesn't only have like 3 lines at the very end. I don't know how they managed to destroy every single character. Jaime Lannister, Cersei, the way like the just it was one disappointment after the other. And now I look back, I'm still mad at it. It still makes me angry, but I still laugh at it. And to be honest with you, I think HBO really lost big time, because I have never revisited the series after the finale. Every time I see articles about it, I don't even click on it. I don't even think about it. It just like it became unwatchable, and I think it was a huge mistake. They really sacrificed the story for the sake of subverting our expectations. But one thing that people need to learn in storytelling is that you cannot just subvert expectation for the sake of shock. It's not shock for the sake of shock. You know, you might be shocked at a certain time, but things still need to make sense. And the problem with the finale is that none of the decisions made sense. Even the fact that after Daenerys fought so hard to win something, she goes and just like destroys the whole thing in matters of seconds after she already won for no reason. Just because she heard some bells or she went crazy, or maybe because she didn't get some the night before with Jon Snow. It's just like, I have so many rant videos about it, but today when I look at it, yes, it makes me mad, but it also makes me sad because I really wanted to revisit the universe. You know, I loved every time we had the dragons, the stories were so great, but right now it is unwatchable. I don't care anymore, and I'm just making this video because I'm very curious how do people feel about it 1 year later. Have you rewatched Game of Thrones, the season finale? Have you changed your opinion? Because I know most of the people watching my channel were siding with me. They also hate it. I just can't. I never watched it again. I never want to even hear about it. Every time I see anything David and Dan, I roll my eyes. And the funny thing is that they messed up the story because they wanted to go play with lightsabers, which ended up not even happening because they dropped their trilogy with Star Wars. You go figure, right? Apparently they also had a very big deal with Netflix. We still haven't heard anything about it. Maybe they are working underneath, you know, hiding their names. Who knows? I don't care. But to be quite honest, after that terrible, disappointing ending, I'm not even sure if I see anything with David and Dan name on it. You know, those writers, producers. I don't think I'm gonna go anywhere near it. I'm still very sour about it. Anyways, guys, that is it for today. Drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Game of Thrones 1 year later. Have you revisited the series? Do you still have the same opinion? Or you've never seen it? Maybe if you have never seen it, good for you. I'm actually very jealous. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!